Welcome to study session 13, Guidelines to Improving Active Listening Skills. Introduction. In this session, you will be learning how to improve your active listening skills and ways to ensure you are listening to what you are hearing. You will also be discussing steps to ensure your active participation in the listening process and guidelines to developing active listening skills. Lastly, you will end this session by talking about principles of listening during conflict resolution. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this session, you should be able to 1. Improve active listening skills. 2. Identify ways to ensure you are listening to what you are hearing. 3. Take steps to ensure active participation in the listening process. 4. Apply the guidelines to developing active listening skills. 5. State principles of listening during conflict resolution. Improve active listening skills. 1. Make eye contact. Lack of eye contact may be interpreted as disinterest or disapproval. Making eye contact with the speaker focuses attention, reduces the chance of distraction, and is encouraging to the speaker. 2. Exhibit affirmative notes and appropriate facial expression. The effective listener shows signs of being interested in what is said through non-verbal signs, together with good eye contact. Non-verbal expressions conveys active listening. 3. Avoid distracting actions or gestures. Do not look at other people. Play with pens or pencil, shuffle papers, or the likes. These activities make the speaker feel like the listener is not interested in what is being said. 4. Ask questions. Questioning helps ensure clarification of what the speaker is saying, facilitate understanding, and let the speaker know that the listener is engaged. Paraphrase. Paraphrasing means restating what the individual has said in different words. These techniques allow the listener to verify that the message was received correctly. 6. Avoid interrupting the speaker. Allow the speaker to complete his or her thought before responding, and do not anticipate what he or she will say. 7. Do not talk too much. Talking is easier than listening intently to someone else. An active listener recognizes that it is impossible to talk and listen accurately at the same time. Listen to what you are hearing. Avoid selective listening. Listen to what is said, not what you want to hear. Hear the speaker out to the end, rather than assuming you know what is in his or her mind. Listen for the context. A statement out of context can take on a different meaning, so it is important to probe for understanding of context before continuing this discussion. Separate facts from propaganda. You may be willing to be persuaded by the speaker's argument, but it should be your choice. Learn to separate facts from opinions. Listen for the speaker's feeling and control your own emotion. Disregarded emotion will escalate and can turn a discussion into an argument. Acknowledge feelings before responding to the words. Control your own emotions and consciously choose how you will respond to someone pushing your hot button. Recognize male or female differences in speaking styles. Study the communication style of the opposite sex and use your understanding of the difference to raise the level and clarity of communication. Take an active part in the listening process. The act of questioning. When you need more details than the speaker is given, ask appropriate questions. Use open-ended questions to broaden the discussion, closed-ended ones for confirmation of fact. Non-verbal cues. Words are just part of the message. Pay attention to body language, and tone of voice. If they don't agree, often the nonverbal cues contain the real message. Acknowledgement and feedback. Use gestures and comments to let the speaker know you are listening. This will encourage the flow of information. Reflexive listening. When clarity is essential and the message is vague, restate it in terms that reflect your understanding. This gives the speaker an opportunity to confirm you understanding or alternatively make the point more clearly. Guidelines to developing active listening skills. 1. Stop talking. If we're supposed to talk more than we listen, we will have 2 tongues and 1 ear. Mark Twain. Don't talk, listen. When somebody else is talking, listen to what they are saying. Do not interrupt, talk over them, or finish their sentences for them. Stop, just listen. When the other person has finished talking, you may need to clarify to ensure you have received their message accurately. 2. Prepare yourself to listen. Relax. Focus on the speaker. Put other things out of mind. The human mind is easily distracted by other thoughts. What's for lunch? What time do I need to leave to catch my train? Is it going to rain? Try to put other thoughts out of mind and concentrate on the messages that are being communicated. 3. Put the speaker at ease. Help the speaker to feel free to speak. Remember their needs and concerns. Nod or use other gestures of words to encourage them to continue. Maintain eye contact, but don't stare. Show you are listening and understanding what is being said. 4. Remove distraction. Focus on what is being said. Don't doodle. Shuffle papers. Look out the window. Pick your fingernails or similar. Avoid unnecessary interruption. This behavior disrupts the listening process and send messages to the speaker that you are bored or distracted. 5. Empathize. Try to understand the other person's point of view. Look at issues from their perspective. Let go of preconceived ideas. By having an open mind, we can more fully empathize with the speaker. If the speaker says something that you disagree with, then wait and construct an argument to counter what is said, or keep an open mind to the view and opinions of others. 6. Be patient. A pause, even a long pause, does not necessarily mean that the speaker has finished. Be patient and let the speaker continue in their own time. Sometimes it takes time to formulate what to say and how to say it. Never interrupt or finish a sentence for someone. 7. Avoid personal prejudice. Try to be impartial. Don't become irritated and don't let the person's habit or mannerism distract you from what they are really saying. Everybody has a different way of speaking. Some people are, for example, more nervous and shy than others. Some have regional accents or make excessive arm movement. Some people like to pace while talking. Others like to sit still. Focus on what is being said and try to ignore styles of delivery. 8. Listen to the tone. Volume and tone both add to what someone is saying. A good speaker will use both volume and tone to their advantage to keep an audience attentive. Everybody will use pitch, tone, and volume of voice in certain situations. Let them help you to understand the emphasis of what is being said. Listen for ideas, not just words. You need to get the whole picture, not just isolated bits and pieces. Maybe one of the most difficult aspects of listening is the ability to link together pieces of information to reveal the ideas of others. With proper concentration, letting go of distraction and focus, this becomes easier. 10. Wait and watch for non-verbal communication. Gestures, facial expressions, and eye movements can all be important. We don't just listen with our ears, but also with our eyes. watch, and pick up the additional information being transmitted via non-verbal communication. Principles of listening in conflict resolution. A. Listen with empathy. Regardless of how wronged or hostile you may feel, disengage yourself from your own feelings and listen with an open, receptive mind. Try to put yourself in the place of other people. Picture how the situation looks from his or her perspective. Imagine how you and your response sound from the other's point of view. B. Focus on the issue. Don't let yourself get sidetracked by responding to the person's personality. Remind yourself to listen to what the person is saying about the particular issue involved in the dispute. If the conversation strays, you can ask questions to get the conversation back on track. C. Show positive regard and respect for the other person. Whatever the person says, remind yourself that you will show respect for each other. Acknowledges your anger or frustration. Get the discussion in back on the issue by saying something like, "It sounds like the situation is really upsetting to you. What would you like to do about it?" You might also remind the person about the need to deal with each other with respect by saying something like, "I know you're hungry, but let's try not to call each other's name and let's work on solving this problem." In other words, take the high ground as you listen to try to keep emotions under control. Then as soon as you can, talk to dealing constructively with the problem. Study session summary. In this study session, you have been taught how to improve your active listening skills. Listen to what you are hearing and how to take an active part in the listening process. You have also discussed guidelines to developing active listening skills and principles of listening in conflict resolution. End of study session 13. Thanks for listening.